South Africa is Canada's largest trading partner in Africa. In 2023, South Africa's exports to Canada were valued at around 8.3 billion rand. Citrus fruit, both fresh and dried, was the leading export category, accounting for around 1.7 billion rand, or just over 20% of the total export value, with the Western Cape contributing more than 1 billion rand of the citrus fruit exports. South Africa's main import from Canada was turbojets and turbopropellers, costing close to 500 million rand and representing just over 7% of South Africa's total imports from Canada in 2023. But ongoing tariff wars are having major implications for trade deals around the world. Champagne says tariff agreements are usually complicated in their nature, but these agreements should be aimed at both facilitating trade and protecting local economies.
For us, we said, and I think it should be the same for South Africa, you try to engage, negotiate the best possible deal. At the same time, you want to protect the worker and industry, and you want to build in your country. Prime Minister Carney has said something which is very inspiring to Canadian, that says that we can give more to ourselves than anyone can take away from us. And therefore, in Canada, this has meant to build our country, build infrastructure, build a more resilient economy, and diversify our trading partner.
The Western Cape's economy is also expected to be hit hard by upcoming tariffs in the US. Amidst the ongoing tariff wars, the provincial government says it is on a drive to diversify its export markets, to create more jobs and grow the economy.
Well, I'm very concerned about these tariff increases because the Western Cape is largely an export region, and so these tariffs are very important for us to understand how to deal with it in the geopolitical context. And so we have decided to follow a particular strategy. We have developed a new export strategy. The export strategy focuses specifically on gaining new markets. Secondly, it's also to retain your current markets. And thirdly, to optimize the current value chain in terms of our export.
Canada and the Western Cape are also exploring further opportunities for collaboration and investment.
We can look at export when it comes to the agricultural sector. We talked about energy. Canada is a big energy superpower. We talk about nuclear. What can we do to help with the electricity grid here in South Africa? We've been talking about innovation as well, because this is a big innovation hub, whether it's in the medical field or other field that we can develop together.
For us, it is important to establish new markets and new relationships, and particularly with Canada in the areas of trade, tourism, and investment. We have a growth for job strategy in the Western Cape, and significant for us is to increase our exports, increase our investment, and get more tourists into the Western Cape. And Canada is an ideal market, and good relationship exists between the last 20 years between Canada and the Western Cape.
Ongoing negotiations between the Western Cape and Canada are expected to strengthen economic ties between the two even further. Corbin August, SABC News, Cape Town.